helping build capacity for dealing with trauma and grief work. And so I'm just adding to a toolbox for you things you can try on that can help decrease your overwhelm, decrease flooding, and increase kindness and compassion to yourself. A lot of research indicated for trauma and grief is a growth mindset. And the growth mindset is, some people don't want to grow when they're in pain, and that's completely understandable. But we do know that when we start to heal and we increase our gratitude, it just really helps the brain to get to a state of tolerance. That tolerance window is the window that we function best at. It's not hyper and it's not hypo. And hypo is the depressed, withdrawn state. And so when you're feeling like you've got a little bit more tolerance, this is a good exercise to increase that tolerance. But it's a vacillating exercise that I learned from one of my coaches, and her name's Nika Maples. Shout out to Nika. This is her idea. And it's just a beautiful way to represent and honor what is going on internally. Gratitude journaling is something that is evidence-based practice. It's a thought process. And when we give ourselves something to be grateful for, it decreases depression. And so the research indicates that it can decrease depression by 25% if we just find the things we're grateful for. So, but in working on being true to ourselves, I have found that when we oscillate between the gratitude and our concerns and our pain, it gives us more of a balance. And our brain needs balance. Our brain cannot just be flooded all day with hurt and pain and suffering. We need to invite in a shift to be kind to ourselves. So I'm grateful for my friends, and I'm just going to start with the gratitude. So this is just something to hold, and it's something that is symbolic flow. And the color blue I chose just because I love blue, and blue is a calmness. It's the royal blue to me is like a loyalty, and the white represents healing to me. So this is just something that I picked that I like the colors of. And you can get these on Amazon. I'm not trying to promote Amazon now. I am just sharing with you, like, having something external to symbolize is helpful. And so grateful for my friends, grateful for my family, grateful for my colleagues, people that inspire me. I am so grateful for, because that has helped me through the hard times. My life that encouraged me has been also so confident building, to have other people that believe in you and that root for you and that support you. So, and then now I'm going to go to a concern. Okay. I want to honor my concerns. I want to honor what is. And so a concern is that maybe I'm worried about something. I used to worry about my grandfather driving. When he was 96, he was still driving. And so a concern. Maybe I have a concern about how to make ends meet. Maybe I have a concern about a business working. Maybe I have a concern about my children and their safety. Things that I can't control are often concerns. So honoring those things is another way to just acknowledge and notice what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking and what I'm doing. A gratitude, well, I have pets, and I know my pets ground me, and I'm grateful for the joy that my dogs bring me. Pets are really grounding. And for me, that gratitude every day when I come home and they're so happy to see me, when I wake up in the morning, they have their tails wagging and they want to lick my face. Sharing that just to say I'm grateful for my dogs. They take me on walks twice a day, cuddle with me. When I'm dysregulated, they help calm my nervous system. And there's a lot of research that when there's trauma or illness, really anything, dogs can really regulate us when we're distressed or when we're sad or when we're anxious. And if we just pet them, it brings down our heart rate and it helps our cortisol levels to reduce. And concern. So I'm oscillating forward. I'm oscillating back to the reality. So my reality is that I do miss my grandparent. The reality is I've lost friends and I've lost people that I love, and I sometimes need to just honor that I miss them. Honor that life isn't the same as it used to be. Life has changed. And honor that I do feel pain, honor that I do feel grief and sadness, and that life, honoring that, acknowledging that, noticing that, writing about that. We do want to numb our pain. We do want to not feel it and think about it. But the truth is numbing ourselves with drugs and alcohol, or even with other relationship, or doom scrolling, or all the things that we can be addicted to, shopping. I mean, those are simple things, but we do all tend to find, but just staying mindful of, being kind to ourselves, not shaming and guilting ourselves, but sometimes we need to press reset the things that we are hurting from and how we might be numbing those things. So staying concerned for myself about my self-care and not going to those things that are addictive, space to make mistakes, but also know when enough is enough and getting help if I needed it.